Who's going to pay your disabled child's healthcare expenses? Here's another disability and special needs planning client case scenario. A client couple's disabled adult son was just awarded Medicare after 24 months of being on SSDI. They want to know how Medicaid, Medicare, and group health insurance are all going to work together. And in particular, they want to know if they can stop paying that Medicare Part B premium of $185 a month. Here are some of the key facts. Their son is 29 years old. He qualified for SSDI due to his own work history. He's been on it for about 2 years now, which means he got Medicare and he was automatically enrolled in Medicare Part B, which means they're taking $185 a month from him. His parents are self-employed and they have group coverage that allows their son to continue staying on the plan even though he's older than 26 years old. He also qualifies for Medicaid, but he hasn't applied yet. So this is the solution and plan that we came up with for their family. The first thing I said is do not drop Medicare Part B. It can trigger lifetime fees and penalties at the time that he comes back to reapply, and it can also cause gaps in coverage. We then clarified, hey, your son can actually have triple health insurance coverage with Medicare, Medicaid, and group insurance. But then we had to figure out who comes first, who's primary, who's secondary, and in this case, tertiary. There are a couple key distinctions that determine that. If the group plan covers more than 100 employees, then the group health insurance is the primary payer, Medicare becomes secondary, and Medicaid is tertiary. Medicaid is always last payer. But if the plan has less than 100 employees, then Medicare is actually the primary insurance payer, with group coverage coming second, and Medicaid, of course, being third. Well, of course, being self-employed is never straightforward. They have fewer than 100 employees, but they are plugged into a union-type plan that gives access to a plan covering many more than 100 employees. So for them, group coverage would be primary, Medicare secondary, and Medicaid tertiary. But their son doesn't have Medicaid yet, so we said, please go apply, and specifically, we are looking for a dual entitlement plan. What's awesome about that is that Medicaid will actually pay for that Medicare Part B premium, which means he just saved $185 back into his pocket every month. And then we took it a step further and planned for the future. Eventually, this son is going to be the only dependent on their group health insurance plan. And at that point, it will not make sense for the family to continue paying family premium rates. Instead, mom and dad can drop their son from the family plan. They move to an individual plan, paying lower monthly premiums, and their son will now have Medicare as the primary insurance with Medicaid as secondary.